Bill Maher, you son of a gun. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad to be back. I lost my voice a couple of days back because I was partying over the weekend for 2 nights in a row, and I kind of lost my voice, so it's a little bit hoarse right now. So please do bear with me for the way that my voice sounds. Anyways, let's get straight into the order of the day. Today, I want to do a reaction to a clip of Bill Maher on his show, Keeping It Real, Real Time with Bill Maher. I'm sorry, not Keeping It Real. Real Time with Bill Maher, and he totally obliterated the Democrats once again. He's been doing that a lot these days. I wish he did that in 2020, because what he is saying now, we have been saying for years and years, and he's only just catching up. But anyway, he totally obliterates them in this particular clip, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. So without further or much more ado, let's watch this clip. But before we do, I want to quickly ask you guys to smash that like button down below, and also consider subscribe. I think I might have been losing a little bit of brain cell. I think the drink is still in the system, so don't blame me. Consider subscribing if you are new. That's what I wanted to say. So smash that like button and consider subscribing if you are new, and don't forget to ding that bell for notification. Now, without further ado, let's jump right in now, shall we?
It's not my fault that the party of FDR and JFK is turning into the party of LOL and WTF.
I don't know. That might not go over everybody's head, unless it's like the party has now become what the f. Yeah, but I don't know what he really means by that. Or maybe it's AOC always being on Instagram all the time. I don't know.
Members of Congress tweeting things like cancel rent, cancel mortgage.
This is reminiscence of what's her name? And Rashida Tlaib. Y'all remember Rashida Tlaib, a member of the squad member, a Congress member who's fighting for eviction moratorium, saying that they need to cancel rent. People should be paying rent. But when her income was disclosed, turns out that she actually made $65,000 in collecting rent from her own tenants. So once again, as the Democrats always do, rules for thee, but not for me. I don't really think they believe in their own leftist propaganda and, leftist ideologies that they push, but they want other leftists to believe in it and to follow it. And those people follow it religiously.
And no more policing or incarceration.
Isn't that the dumbest thing you've ever heard? And how is that working out for you guys in your liberal cities? Empty shelves, people just waltzing in and robbing. Not even the security guards are stopping them these days. The security guards are minding their own. And, those soft on crime rules that if the crime is less than $800, like they're doing in San Francisco and all that, how is that working out for you? And the dismantling and defunding of the police, how is it working out for you? No more incarceration. Just leave murderous people out in the society along with everybody else. Just leave them there. No, because if you incarcerate them, it's racist. Don't dare do it. Don't you dare.
Declaring that capitalism is slavery.
Capitalism is slavery. That's a new one. Colin Kaepernick says NFL is slavery. Yet, he still says he's training to get back into the NFL, that it's the NFL that doesn't want to let him back in. How does that work out? How ridiculous is that? And I think Netflix paid him how many millions of dollars to do a documentary to berate the NFL, saying the NFL is slavery, but you still want to get back to the NFL? Does that make any sense to anybody? Does that make any sense at all? Ridiculous.
Canceling Lincoln and Dr. Seuss, teaching children they're oppressors and math is racist.
Of course. I've talked about this on this channel so many times. Oh, maths is racist. So if you are black, refuse maths, refuse professionalism. And if you are white, you chose to be white. If you're black, you chose to be black. If you're black, you're a slave. And if you're white, you're an oppressor. You've signed deals with the devil, because these are the things they're teaching children in school. Now, I want people to understand this. A lot of people have been making this argument every time that maybe Republicans come out to say things like, we don't want race being taught in schools, because they know clearly, and thank God that a person from the other side, the left side, is now actually saying it. When they talk about teaching race in school, It's different from teaching history. And what the Democrats and their corporate shield from mainstream media have been trying to do is to conflate the two and tell you that anybody that says they don't want race being taught in school does not want history being taught in school. That's an absolute lie. Teaching about race is absolutely different from teaching about history. Teaching about race is bringing divisive ideologies amongst children, right? Teaching them to segregate themselves, that they are being separated by some kind of imaginary white privilege power that white people naturally have, and the black people are powerless. I don't want to do another full lecture on this, but this is exactly what's going on with the argument of race. I might do an entire video explaining what is going down. But just, if you don't take anything out of all the mumbo jumbo that I just said, remember this. Teaching about race is different from teaching about history. Two different things.
Making Mr. Potato Head gender neutral, and now an emoji for pregnant men. Real. I'm not making it up.
So that's it. Honestly, what can I say? What can I say about the gender argument? The genderless people or the transgender rights somehow in the 70s, kind of like, how do I call it now? Metastasize. Let me just use that word. It's a biological word, but it kind of like developed from fighting for trans rights, LGBTQ rights, into fighting for their own reality, which they believe that society is genderless. It's like there's no gender whatsoever. Now, the ridiculousness about this is this. It's the leftists that are fighting to make this imagination of a fringe group of people into a reality, that it becomes everybody else's reality. At the same time, they are the same ones fighting for women's rights in feminism. How do you fight for women's rights if women don't actually exist? Make that make sense to me. Just, if you're a leftist out there, just make it make sense. You're fighting for transgender rights so that transgenders can compete with women, which they are beating women in their own sports, which is eliminating women from sports, as it were. And they are at the same time trying to empower women. Isn't that an irony on its own? I don't really understand, but let me not dwell too much on it. Let's keep going. Ridiculous.
California just passed a law requiring large retailers to have a non-gendered toy section. A non-gendered toy section? Isn't Ken enough? It's not my fault.
Oh my God, that's pretty much it. That's it. So that's the ridiculousness of the left today. If it is not ridiculous, if you think that any of this thing makes sense, that you work hard, build your own apartment or build your own real estate, but you make it free. How are you going to make back your money? I don't know. Right? Or forgive student loan debt. It's one of the things that the Congress actually tweeted. Forgive student loan debts. How are you going to pay for that? How? I don't know. I don't know how you're going to pay for that without increasing people's taxes. And when taxes increase, it doesn't mean that their income increases as well. So how are you going to make those payments? These are all things that they've actually failed on, because it's nothing but virtual signaling. It's no different, absolutely, from them virtual signaling about saying black people need their reparations back. Black people need their reparations back. It's virtual signaling. It's virtually impossible. The time for that has passed, because the black people in America, not all of them were born in America. Not all of them were descendants of slaves. Neither are the current white people in America descendants of slave owners. Many of them came from Europe, right? Maybe in the 70s. Some of them are first generation Americans, or not. But I don't want to dwell too much on this. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, ding that bell for notification, and do all that good stuff. And I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Please do stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. Peace and science out of here. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.